Are we live? I think we're live. What's up, my friend? Abby here, and welcome to the first Write With Me live stream of NaNoWriMo 2022. I'm so excited you're here. I'm so happy to see all of your smiling faces in the chat. First things first, tell me if you can see me and hear me okay. I have to make sure that my equipment is working before we get started. Welcome, guys. I'm so glad you're here. Lots to talk about, but I'm going to try to be brief because I know we all want to dive into our writing projects today, but I'm really excited to be here. It is NaNoWriMo 2022. Some of you guys are participating in NaNoWriMo. Some of you are just here to write today and you're not participating in Nano. Either way, welcome to the live stream. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Type in the chat. Tell me where you are and what you're working on today. I'd love to hear about your work in progress. What genre is it? Is it a novel, a screenplay, short story? So many writers from all over the world come to these live streams, and it's so cool because we're all writing such different things, and it's so beautiful to all come together as a community here on these live streams. Okay, everyone can see me. Everyone can hear me. Awesome. Perfect. Lots of writers from all over the world. Awesome, awesome. So cool. So I am sort of participating in Nano, but not quite. I'm not really writing anything for NaNoWriMo. I'm writing multiple projects at the moment. And today I'm going to be working on a chapter in the co-write book series that I am writing with my sister, Kate. So if you've been here for a little while, you've probably heard me talk about this before. Me and my sister are both writers, we're both authors, and we are working on writing a book series together. And it's been really fun. It's been a very fun time. So we're pretty deep into this first drafting process. A couple books in now, and I'm super excited to share it with you guys one day, but that's what I'm working on today. I'm actually going to be writing a chapter of a first draft, but my goal for this month is more of an editing goal. So I'm working on editing the Lighthouse book still. Over the summer, I pretty much rewrote the whole thing, which was a huge project. And I'm really happy with how it came out, but I need to go back through it, edit it a final time, and do some fact checking. So I haven't been looking forward to that, but my goal is to finish it by the end of this month. So we'll see what happens. I have 60 chapters, so it's kind of a lot. But that's my goal for NaNoWriMo. So it's not really a writing goal, it's more like an editing goal, but I'm still pretty excited about it. Okay, so we're going to get started in just a minute, but I'm going to talk for another minute while everybody hops on the live stream. Because these are special live streams. And if you saw my video yesterday, I keep thinking it was last week because I edited it a while ago. If you saw my video yesterday, it was a special announcement about this campaign that I'm doing on my channel this month, Rise Up Nano 22. If you don't know what that means, definitely go watch the video and hop back onto this live stream to fully understand what's going on here with this campaign. But long story short, this month, all throughout the month of November, I am partnering with Operation Underground Railroad to host a special campaign fundraiser here on this channel, and we're trying to raise $10,000. So I know this sounds like a big goal, but just give whatever you can. This is such a worthy cause. It is so important. Operation Underground Railroad is doing huge, amazing work in fighting human trafficking and rescuing children from exploitation. I absolutely love their mission. I love their work. They're amazing superstars. These people are amazing. And they're doing such good work in the world. And I'm so honored that I can partner with them this month on my channel to host this fundraiser because I think it's going to be awesome. I really want us all to kind of come together as writers and not only write these beautiful new stories, but also pitch in to help this amazing cause. And like I said in my introductory video yesterday, usually there's like 500 of us. Already there's 423 writers on this live stream. Hey everyone. Usually there's like 500 of us writers here on the live. If 500 of us gave just $4 per live stream to this fundraiser, we would reach our goal in 1 month. And on top of that, another really cool thing is that generous corporate donors have pledged to match our donations. So if we can raise $10,000, it will end up being the equivalent of $20,000. Awesome, right? Okay, awesome. I see some donations coming in. Thank you guys so much. Angela, a few from Anonymous. So some people give anonymously, but I will call your donation if I see it. Mike, thank you so much. I saw another one up here. Stewie, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you guys. You're amazing. Oh my gosh, we've already doubled the amount that we've raised since yesterday. So cool. I'm so excited to see that. Okay. So that's our goal for this month, is to raise $10,000. This is such an amazing cause. If you want to learn more about it, go to OURrescue.org. That's their official website, and you can learn all about their missions and what countries they're working in, the whole process. It's fantastic, fantastic information on their website. So definitely check that out. Okay, I'm going to set up my timer, and we're going to jump into our first sprint. I forgot to even introduce how this works, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have been here before. But if this is your first time, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Virtual hugs. And how these live streams work is we do writing sprints. So we're going to do 3 writing sprints, 25 minutes on, and short breaks in between to chat about our stories. And during the breaks, I'm going to be answering some questions that come in on the live stream, and also questions that came in on the last Ask Abby post, because like I said, I'm not doing Ask Abby videos this month because we're all kind of focusing in on our books this month. So I'm going to be answering some Ask Abby questions here on the live stream. So there's that as well. Okay, who's ready to get writing? I'm going to pull out the Discord. If you guys are in the Discord, I'm going to start a writing sprint there. Let's see. Let's see if I can remember how to use the sprint bot. Maybe I don't remember. All of you Discord fam, you're like, come on, Abby. Okay, I figured it out. Yay, I figured it out. So if you're on the Discord, you can join the sprint there. I'm going to join it. But I'm also going to just be, we're going to be sharing our word counts here in the live chat as well, if you want to, if that's something you're into. If not, I totally get it. I'm not a big word count person, so I don't really even pay attention to that much myself. Okay. Thank you guys for the donations. More donations came in from Dandy, from Gerald, and E.G. Terry. Thank you guys so much for your donations. Okay, we're going to dive into our first writing the sprint. Who's ready? I am so ready. I'm going to set up this timer. I got a fancy new timer, but unfortunately it doesn't make noise. So I'm going to also set up one on my computer so that I know when it runs out. Okay. I have here. Give me a minute, guys. Okay. Ready to go? I'm ready. Let's go.
Come over our timer. Okay, that is timer number 1. And now my sound effect is really soft on my computer, but I will turn it up for next time. So, tell me how it went in the comments. It's a pretty good writing session for me. I wrote 405 words in that sprint. So, if you want to share your word counts, feel free. I'm going to post mine in Discord real quick. Words. I haven't used this sprint bot in a long time in Discord. Okay. So, off to a good start, I would say. Fantastic job, guys. Looks like you all had a good writing sprint. I need to close this shutter. Because the sun is blasting in on me. Okay, awesome. Great job, guys. Also, I saw some donations come in during the sprint. I wanted to call out those. Thank you guys so much for the donations. Thank you to BX Basterson, a very generous donation, and everyone who has given today. I appreciate it so much, and it's going to be amazing to see what this community does for this fundraiser throughout the month of November. So thank you guys so much. Keep giving, keep the momentum going. I love it. Okay. So we're going to take a short break now, and I'm going to answer a few questions, and then we're going to get back into writing. So feel free to post your questions in the chat. But first, I want to answer a couple of questions that came in for Ask Abby, because I haven't gotten a chance to make these videos answering your questions, so I wanted to answer some of them here. So this question comes from the Great Inferno. Howdy, Abby. How would you write a dream sequence? I'm very new to the writing scene, and viewing some of your videos have helped me a lot when organizing and just writing in general. But if you have time, I'd like some advice on how to do so. Thank you so much for your videos. They've really helped a ton. So writing a dream sequence, I would say, is very much like writing a flashback or writing a memory or any other sequence in your book. The one piece of advice that I would have is to make your dream sequence not too long, because it can be a little bit jarring and like disorienting if it's a dream that's going on and on and on. You think it's the real story, and then the character wakes up. Now that could be a plot device in and of itself, but it can be kind of frustrating. So I would say, like, try to limit the dream sequence to be kind of moderate, not too long that we get so deep into it we think it's reality. Can be kind of fun to have those fake out moments, but yeah, I would keep it short, to the point, and just kind of write it however you would write the rest of your story, would be my advice for that. Some more questions are coming in the chat. Let's see. In the wake asks, I'm at work and I can't really participate. Any chance these happening a bit later in the day in the future? Yes. These are going to be live streams, are going to be happening at different times of day each week. So next Wednesday, it'll be at a different time of day. It might be later in the day, it might be earlier. I haven't decided yet. So definitely keep an eye out for the watch page when it goes up. It will go up a few days ahead of time. And you can kind of see if that fits your schedule. I'm trying to make these be like different times each week so that it fits with different time zones. Trying to be flexible for the different time zones because I know writers from all over the world are here. Let's see. So let me get this straight. Asks, any tips for foreshadowing, like bringing the intensity for the last book of a series? Foreshadowing can be really fun and definitely it enhances the reading experience for sure. It enhances the whole story. Tips for it, I would say just like having the foresight yourself as the author helps you to foreshadow. So if you're a plotter, you probably already have some really concrete ideas of like what's going to happen in like the climax of the book or later on in other books and future books. So keeping those things in mind helps you to be able to sprinkle in like little hints and clues leading up to the big reveal moment. It depends on the story. It depends on what you want to foreshadow, because sometimes you also don't want to foreshadow if you want something to be more of a surprise. And sometimes there's just inevitable foreshadowing that points to the big reveal, but you don't want the reader to fully guess the big reveal yet. And that can be fun to use things like red herrings that sort of distract the reader from what's really going to happen, or makes them sort of throw something into the mix, throws a little bit of a monkey wrench into the mix where you're like, oh, wait, I guess that's not going to happen. But it is. And we just get a little bit kind of sidetracked with this red herring. That can be fun too, to play with different plot devices like that. But really having the foresight of outlining and understanding where your story is going, that's what gives you the ability to drop those hints and those clues early on. But this is another thing that's good to ask your beta readers as well, because betas will be able to tell you if something's like too much foreshadowing, or if they saw it, coming a mile away, or if it was just enough. Let's see, some more questions, some more donations. Donation from Alice and also Cabbage. Thank you both so much for your donations. Let's see. Mary O'Donnell asks, how do I add detail without info dumping? That's a great question. Add it in action. Add it through the actions of the characters, through the dialogue, through your characters navigating the world. That to me is the best mode of telling and giving this information. Is really not telling, it's showing instead of telling, right? I talked about this a little bit in my Ask Abby video on world building, which I posted last week. And in that video, I gave some examples, some book examples of exposition through action, and how we can really show a lot of what's happening around these characters in a very organic way, without going into super lots of detail. And the detail is honestly what bores us, because it doesn't matter to the characters, right? Focus on what is immediately impacting the characters, what matters to them, and then work your way out from that point of reference. But really just showing what's happening and the world around these characters through their actions. That's the ticket. Okay, I'm going to answer 2 more questions, and then we're going to get into our next sprint. Okay. Let's see.
This question comes from Wendy. I just realized my story doesn't have a real plot, just vibes and the main character, emotional journey. Is that a problem? No, if your main character has an emotional journey, that's your plot, really. That's your story. A lot of writers get too fixated on like the plot has to be exciting, it has to be, you know, spectacular and complex, and it doesn't have to be. It can be very simple. But the emotional journey, the internal journey, that is what really matters the most. So it's great that you focused on that first. As long as you have the basic structure of what this main character's journey looks like, you'll find that the plot comes to you. It doesn't have to be some big spectacular thing. It can be something very simple, and a lot of times those are the most memorable stories of all. So I want to get too caught up on the complexities of the plot. Focus more on your main character's internal journey. That's what matters the most. Let's see. The last question I'll answer this time. This is from Meadow. How do I make my dialogue sound realistic? That's a great question. And actually, Kate and I just did a podcast all about dialogue, and it was a really fantastic podcast. I posted a highlight from that podcast on my channel. So check out that highlight. That's like kind of the best of the episode. The episode was really long and in depth. So definitely watch the whole thing if you want to go deep into it. But focusing on the making your dialogue sound realistic, just so many different aspects of it we cover in that video, down to using dialogue tags, when to use them, when not to use them, how to use them, and also using character voice, and also focusing on the point of the conversation, the main focus of the scene, and the dialogue exchanged. Those are like the three main points that we go over, but we go over them in detail with story examples and kind of show good versus bad examples. So I think you'll get a lot out of that episode. Definitely check that out. You can find the highlight of that episode on my channel. It's one of my most recent videos. So check that one out. You'll like it. Okay, let's get into our next sprint. And thank you guys for the donations. I see more donations coming in. Awesome. So cool. Let's see. There's a donation from Anonymous. It's me, Lala. Thank you. And I thought I saw another one go by, but thank you guys so much for the donations. We are already over a quarter of the way to our first quarter of this goal, which is so exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna get my timer back up. We are making progress, guys. Making progress on our writing journeys, making progress on this amazing fundraiser. Okay, I'm gonna set up my timer again. I'm gonna set up another sprint in the Discord. Sprint 25. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do this. Okay, I think I figured out how to do it. It's been a while. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm gonna start my timer. Hopefully it rings a little bit louder this time.
Okay. Boom. Writing sprint number 2 is finished. Hopefully you guys heard the chime that time. It was a little bit louder. So tell me how it went. Hopefully it was a good sprint. I just have to plug in my iPad so it doesn't die. Tell me word counts if you want to. I wrote, let's see, 773. Let's see how much that is. This thing moves so fast. So 368 new words. Not bad. My charger. Let's see. So, looks like you guys had a good sprint. Awesome. Fantastic. Great job, everybody. Well, so many writers here. Over 500 writers. You guys are superstars. You are going after it.
chasing your dreams and accomplishing your writing goals. You should be so proud of yourselves. Even if you haven't written a ton today, it's okay. The point is that you show up for yourself and that you do your best. That is all that matters, and that you have fun. That's the most important thing. It's not a competition, it's not a race. It is for the pleasure of the work, the pleasure of the practice. So enjoy it. Kate says, I love your hair. Thank you very much. I cut it myself. I was really surprised that I was able to do that actually well. But it was pretty simple. But thank you. Okay, let's answer a few questions and then get into our third writing sprint. Let's see. Dove asks, do you have any tips for keeping your sanity while writing a memoir? Oh man, I can imagine that memoir writing must be difficult. I've never tried it, but it's probably a whole different headspace that you have to be in. But there are certain storytelling principles that still apply. They apply to any kind of story, right? A story is a story is a story. So structure is your best friend. I would focus on figuring out what ideas work, what ideas maybe don't need to make it to the final draft, and kind of plan your structure accordingly so that you don't ever get caught up with chasing the details that won't end up being in the final story. But yeah, it's definitely a whole different game. So take your time with it, enjoy it. It's also different if whether or not you're writing a memoir of your own or for somebody else. So that's another dynamic that can be different depending on what kind of project you're doing. But as far as keeping your sanity, just try to enjoy the process, be patient with yourself. Don't give yourself any hard deadlines if you don't need to, and ignore my phone. Forgot to shut it off before I got on this live stream. And yeah, enjoy the process. That's the most important thing. Let's see. This is a good question from Alicia. Oh, I guess I could. I'm sorry, I couldn't have it up there. From Alicia. Any tips for not editing yourself while writing? I keep second guessing myself. It's difficult. I know it's difficult to not edit yourself while you're writing. Second guessing yourself is not necessarily always a bad thing. I mean, it can definitely swerve into like a self-judgment, overly critical attitude, which you don't want. You don't want to be doubting yourself. But I find personally that doing a little bit of light editing of the previous few sentences I've written as I'm writing actually helps me to feel confident about what I'm writing. So I try to, for a long time, I tried to like just write forward, don't think, don't look back. And I ended up not enjoying the process as much because I wasn't as confident in what I had just written. So I would base it off of what you feel the most comfortable and confident doing, because if you actually enjoy kind of tweaking some of the stuff that you just wrote and making it sound better so that you can continue forward with confidence, maybe that's your best writing style. Maybe that's your writing style and you just need to stick with that. So explore and have fun with it and find your own way of doing things. I know every writer, especially writers who talk about writing really fast, they always tell you don't edit while you write. But I find that doing a little bit of light editing while I write actually helps me to be a better writer, and it helps me to be more confident and have more fun. So that's just my experience, but take it or leave it. Okay. I'm going to answer a few more questions, and we're going to get into our next sprint. Let's see. Question from Jarmo. How do you write characters who are polar opposite of yourself? This is fun. This is really fun, in my opinion, to do, because you can kind of explore a new personality that is totally opposite you, but it's an adventure to like step into the shoes of a character who's like totally different than you. One of the things that I've found super helpful is the Enneagram and MBTI. Both of those really are helpful, but especially Enneagram, because that helps you to really analyze the personality of a type that's very different from you, and understanding like what is the thing behind the thing. What is it that is at the core of this personality type? So maybe you're like, for me, I find that I really enjoy writing an opposite personality. Like I'm an Enneagram 1, and I find it super fun to write Enneagram 7s. And it's totally opposite of my personality, but it's so fun and adventurous. And I kind of get to sort of tap into that Enneagram 7 in me, to experience what it might be like to be an Enneagram 7. But on top of that, I also have went deep into like exploring the personality type and the basic core fears and desires and some of the different complexities of that personality. So that's one thing that I would advise doing, is like nail down that character's personality and then try to learn about their personality through some sort of personality typing system. It could be MBTI, it could be Enneagram, whatever you prefer, or something else completely. But figuring out like what is at the core of this personality and then kind of making it your own really helps you to step into the shoes of that character, I find. Okay, let's see. This question is from Leela0803. Hi Abby, how do you keep on believing in you being a great writer when you're facing obstacles? It's difficult sometimes, for sure. But I think the most important thing is to remember that you are not alone and you are in good company, because so many great writers who have changed the world and inspired millions of readers have faced obstacles. They've faced rejections and criticism and people telling them to give up, to not quit their day job, to not be a writer, and all those things. Really, you can overcome them if you just have the perseverance to do so. And think about how many artists are out there right now who don't have that grit, don't have that perseverance, and they will never be able to share that inspiring work and their creativity with the world. That to me is a travesty. It is so sad. It's so sad. So don't be one of those people. There are millions of people out there that you could potentially inspire and change their lives. So it's like, to me, it's like you can't even compare it. Pain versus pain. The idea of never sharing my work with somebody is way more painful than the idea of possibly facing rejections or obstacles or criticism. So stay on the path. Okay. I am going to answer one more question, and then we're going to get into our third writing sprint. How do you keep yourself motivated for editing? When editing, I feel like I don't have the same freedom to express myself. That's a question from Gabe. It's definitely harder to motivate yourself to edit, I think, because, like you said, there's not as much freedom and it's not like creative playtime like writing is. But you can still find the fun in it. And that's what I try to do when I'm editing, is like try to find that playtime sort of vibe, you know, try to find that creativity and that self-expression, and find opportunities where you can really lose yourself in it, you know. Look at a chapter that you're going to edit, and instead of getting really stressed out and telling yourself, oh, I have to make this really, really good, try kind of flipping the narrative a little bit on yourself and telling yourself that I'm going to have fun doing this, and I'm going to find new ways to creatively express myself or express these thoughts. And maybe that involves a little bit of rewriting, but ultimately will make your book even better. And also just make your editing time more cozy and fun. Do some things that make it like more of an event that's actually enjoyable for you, whether that's like setting up a nice space, lighting a candle, making some tea, just doing some nice self-care things to feel like you're settling into this cozy atmosphere. You're not just like knuckling down to get a job done. You're actually experiencing something. And have reverence for the fact that you've written a whole book. That's amazing. That is an incredible, impressive feat. And a lot of people wish they could do that, and they don't, because they don't have the grit to see it through. So congratulate yourself on finishing it, and then enjoy the process of sort of bringing that fresh perspective as you edit. Okay, let's dive into our third writing sprint. I'm so excited. This is our third and final sprint of the day. So set your timers. I'm going to set my timer again and go into Discord. Sprint 25. Let's see if I can join and just say same. Okay, great. Okay, so if you're in the Discord, you can go ahead and join there. And by the way, I forgot to mention this, but if you're not in the Discord, you can get access to my Discord community by joining my Patreon at any level. So if you want in on the Discord, you want to be in there with the other writers in the Writers Life Wednesday community and do writing sprints all the time. We're sharing pieces of our stories and chatting about story and books and movies. All kinds of fun discussions happen in the Discord. So if you want in on that, go to patreon.com/AbbyEmmons and join at any level to get access to the Discord. It's basically like doing these live streams, but like every day. Except I'm not doing live streams in the Discord, but I am hanging out in the Discord a lot this month as I continue down my NaNoWriMo journey. Okay, let's jump into our third writing sprint. Thank you guys for the donations. Again, calling that out. You guys are the best. We are going to do amazing things this month. I'm so excited. Okay, let's get our timers going. One more sprint. Boom. Timer number 3. Just rang. So, tell me how it went. Again, show my shutters. So, how did the final sprint go? Let me know in the chat. My final sprint went pretty good. Let's see how many words I got. $368. Again, I think that's what I did last time. I swear that was the exact number I got last time. I can't remember now. Oh man. But it was a good sprint. It was a good session for me. I wrote over 1,000 words. You guys have been doing amazing. Looks like you all had amazing sessions. Fantastic. 977, 412, 444, 600, 200. Awesome. Fantastic job, you guys. You should all be super proud of yourselves. I'm super happy that you got so much writing done today. And even if you didn't get as much writing done as you were hoping to, it's okay. The point is that you show up for yourself and that you make the time, you create the space in your schedule for your art. That's what matters. So, hopefully you guys had fun writing with me today. I had so much fun. This was a great session. I'm super happy with what I've written and I'm excited to write more. But it was great to come together as this kickoff session for the first week NaNoWriMo. And there's going to be more writing sessions all month long. Again, there are 4 more writing sessions coming at you each Wednesday in November. All throughout the month, we are going to be coming together for Write With Me live streams every Wednesday. And throughout the month, we are going to be focusing on this fundraiser campaign. Again, for Operation Underground Railroad. I'm super excited to be doing this campaign. It's super awesome to be coming together as a community to raise these funds. My goal, again, is $10,000, and it's going to be super awesome if we can reach that goal. So let's all pull together and reach that goal. Again, you can learn more about Operation Underground Railroad and the amazing work that they're doing at OURrescue.org. And if you can't donate, if it's not available to you right now, you can help spread the word about this message by sharing this video, sharing this whole event with your writer friends, inviting them to join the live streams, and also sharing about the mission. And if you check out my last video, I'll put the link for the assets and for the last video in this description once I get off the live. But if you check out my video that I posted yesterday, in that video, I gave you guys a pack of social media posts that I created to raise awareness for this cause. And you can post those on your socials, you can share them with friends, and it will help to spread the word, to spread this message further. And it really helps. It creates that ripple effect, right, of creating more conversation about this, creating more awareness. And that's really what's going to make a difference. So I thank you guys so much for your donations today. Thank you for caring about this. Thank you for showing so much kindness and support for this cause. It means so much to me and so much to thousands of other people. And your donations today are going to 100% go to OUR to help them on their mission to free children. It's such a beautiful mission. And I invite you guys to learn more about the cause on their website, and to join me again next Wednesday. So next Wednesday, we are going to be coming together for another Write With Me live stream. I don't know what time it will be hosted at yet, so keep an eye out for the watch page for that. It will go up a few days before Wednesday. I'll try to get it up by Monday so that you can kind of schedule in the writing session if you can. I hope you can make it to that live stream then. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the Discord, and I will see you around the community. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a wonderful writing session, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, rock on.